Photo Camilla Parker Bowles. These funny puppets spotted in a library. Camilla Parker Bowles can finally breathe. Since Monday, April 6, she has found Prince Charles isolated because of the coronavirus, from which he had tested positive and from which he recovered well. Currently in the confinement in Scotland in the Berghole Manor, Camilla is involved in caregivers and has just posted a picture of her in front of her library, which is full of unusual treasures. Camilla Parker Bowles found a smile at the same time as her husband, Prince Charles, tested positive for the coronavirus and he was in solitary confinement until this weekend. If the state of the Prime Minister Boris Johnson worries more and more, he has been in intensive care since Monday, April the 6th. The Duke and Duchess of Cornwall are finally reunited for their greatest pleasure, and they will be able to continue with the confinement together in their Scottish manor house in Berghole, about 10 kilometers from Balmoral Castle, the summer resort of Queen Elizabeth II. In the famous mansion of the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall, Camilla invests without counting to help English carers and people isolated in this period of health crisis, as she has just demonstrated by posting a photo on the page Instagram of the couple this Tuesday, April the 7th. Comfortably seated at her desk in the manor's library, the Duchess calls for donations to support British hospitals and their health staff, standing in front of a library that is full of amazing objects and other treasures. Several members of the royal family, except one, the 72-year-old Duchess, thus appears on the phone, then in the middle of a conversation with Doris Winfield, an 85-year-old woman alone, and can find that Camilla called in her role as the president of the Royal Voluntary Service to keep her company for the time of a discussion. What has particularly caught the eye of some internet users is the background of the photo and this library provided. There are thus on the shelves among the books some photos of his grandchildren, but also the images, the oldest in black and white, of her family and a few other moments captured from her dogs and horses. But if you look more precisely towards the upper right corner, as spotted by People magazine, you will notice several paper dolls bearing the images of the royal family. One can thus recognize Queen Elizabeth II, the Princess Charlotte, Prince George, waving Union Jack, Prince Philip, Prince Charles, Camilla, Kate Middleton, Prince William and Harry. Just behind, only Meghan Markle is missing, and given the sudden departure of the Sussexes from the royal family and the general impression left by the departure, not sure that the former actress too has one day the honors to find a place on Camilla's shelf.